Hey, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Zos, and yeah, welcome to another session, FL Studio session. Let me fix my mic first. Don't mind that sound. That's my what is it? What is it? It's my fan. My computer is very slow these days, and it randomly switches off whenever it heats up a lot. So I use an external fan. I'm using a laptop cooling pad and also uh, an external fan. So without wasting any more of your time today, guys, as you read in the title, I'm gonna try to teach you or show you how to make those soulful Amapiano chords, strictly beginner friendly. And yeah, without any further waste of time, let's get right into it. So yeah, first things first, the BPM always 113, remember, guys. And then now we're strictly focused on making the chords. So what are we going to start with? uh Let me add my thingy. um, I love using Lounge Lizard a lot. uh Now I'm using Lounge Lizard 5, but you can use Lounge Lizard 4 because the presets is the same one as from Lounge Lizard 4. Is it Lounge Lizard 4 or Lounge Lizard 3? I'm not sure. But I still use the EP4 remastered B Fly from the Tyne sample bank, or the Tyne bank. Then go to expect and change the tone bar, which is the same thing, and then I drop it to trend, and yeah, we have this. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. Let me, how do I enlarge this? Oh yeah, just like that. So guys, I want you to look at this. So this is the lesson, it starts here. I want you to look at this. Look at this. Yeah, you see that's the piano roll, right? We already have the sound set and everything. This is our piano roll. What do you notice about my piano roll? We have C, we have C, we have C. Just that it has numbers C4, C5, C6, C7. So this is the same note as this one. You see, it's the same note. They are the same notes. This one is the same note as this one. You see, just that they have different octaves. One sounds lower, one sounds higher. You see, that's the bass. Still the same note, but it's lower. That's just called an octave. You see, and then yeah, these are starting our music theory. So you may find that you'll get yours like this. I don't know. Is it? Nah, that. What is the thing that I'm looking for? So okay, maybe your, what's this? Oh, key labels. Yeah. Maybe it's set like this. Maybe yours is set like this. It doesn't have this. What I want you to do is switch it all. Always switch it all, because we don't have music theory in our heads. You see. So I want you to switch it on. Go to view. Where's the button? Keyboard labels, and then click all notes, not root notes. Maybe yours is set to root notes like this. It's only show the key that you have selected, because if you come here on this thing over here and then right click on it, you can change the scale. You can change the scale here. If you're using a MIDI keyboard, it's very nice using a MIDI keyboard, I can assure you that much. You can change the scale, major, layout, piano, whatever. But Tina, I want us to focus on using this. So go to view, key labels, all notes, and then it's going to show you all the notes. So this is how you make the chords. That's what you guys are here for, right? I know I love yapping a lot. So this is how you make your notes. So we have C here. C, that's your root note. Okay, if it's set at C, that's your root note. You can change it actually. You see, it's darker shaded a little. It's shaded darker than these other ones. So you can change it if you want. Let's say you don't want to make your key to be at C today. You wanna change it. You can go to view again. Click this drop down. Go to view. Go to scale highlighting and choose major if you want to use major, but we're going to be using major. Choose major first and then scale highlighting again, then you can change. Let's go with D. Then now you can see D is the one that's darker shaded. That now D is your root note. You see, like you can change the keys. So to make this beginner friendly, I want us to use C so that I can explain it better. So what we are going to do, this is how I started making chords long before I knew how to play the keyboard using these things. So I have C selected. C is my scale. If C is my scale, I have to change. There's something that what? I don't have to change anything. So now C is my scale, right? I want you to look at something on this part. On this part. When you look at C, which is my root note and also my scale, look at this. It's light in color. Then you have these ones that are darker in color. Then you have these ones that are lighter in color. Dark, light, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, light, dark, light. You see those gaps, the light gaps. That's where your scale is at. Do, light, re, light, mi, light, fa, light, so, la, ti, do. But listen to this when I press the ones that are darker, that are shaded darker here. Do, re. You see, like you can hear, man, that it's off key. It's not part of the scale. So I want you to focus on these ones that are shaded darker. That are shaded lighter, man, not darker. The ones that are lighter, not these ones that are shaded darker. Your scale is here. No matter how you put it, you can put anything anywhere. It's still going to sound clear. It really sounds like a chord. But let's change one and put it on the darker shaded ones. Or two. You see, it sounds not like it's not the one and stuff, you know. So yeah. So that's what I want you to focus at starting now. Look at that. You're only using the ones that are shaded light, that are not shaded darker, the ones that are lighter, because that's where your scale is at. Even on the bass, even if see like that, we are avoiding the ones that are shaded darker. Okay, don't mind that. And then you can also change. Let's say you have a different, you wanna use a different key. View, remember, view again, scale highlighting, or at major. Let's go with D. Now the shading has changed. You see, now the C that we were focused on is shaded darker. Now we're not going to use it. We're using the ones that are light, that have a light shade, not dark shade. You see, it changes. So let's go back to C again. That's what I'm showing you. Always focus on the ones that are shaded lighter, or not. Yeah, that have a white shade or light shade or whatever. Then yeah, let's get to making chords. So this is how you make chords. There's this thing over here called stem. Oh, and also there's another thing. Let's say there's something that can guide you actually to using the ones that are shaded lighter instead of the ones that are shaded darker. You can use this button, snap to scale. It automatically snaps to the scale that you have selected. For instance, now we're at C, right? If I try to put something on this note, it's either gonna put it here at the top or here at the bottom. It doesn't want to put it. It wants at the note here on where it's shaded darker. You see, it just place it down, like it jumps these ones. You see, it just automatically jumps. Like that's perfect. You can use this button. You see, let's use it. And then so now let's make the chords. So we have stamp here. We're trying to make those jazzy, soulful sounding Amapiano chords. So when you're making those chords, you must use major and minor sevenths. Okay, major and minor sevenths. I'm not gonna teach you how to plot a note from scratch like do. What I'm going to teach you is that when you're making soulful Amapiano, the jazzy ones, Kelvin Momo, KabzaDeSmall, Gaba Canal type of style, not too complex, the easier ones, we use major sevenths, minor sevenths, major 11ths, minor nines, and major nines. Yeah. Then I'll give you small tricks and stuff. Then you're gonna come here and press this button called stem. On stem, then you can choose. You have major 7th, minor 7th, minor 9th, major, minor, 5th. You are going to minus this 5th what. And also you can also use this advanced, but these ones are for advanced. So now we're going to focus more on these ones that are here. You see. Okay. Before we get into that, let me teach you how to learn your scale. So from the root note, just know that from your root note, that's 1. That's 1. From this root note to the next root note, it's 1. So this is your scale, your major scale. This is C, right? 1. C is 1, is your root note here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 again. You see? So we have 7 notes on the major scale. We have 7 notes. From your root note, which is C, which is your 1, all the way back to another 1. That's what I meant. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Or you can sing that song. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. You see, you can sing that song. We can also change the scale. Let's change the scale to. Remember, when you want to change the scale, you click view and then you go with let's go with G sharp. So you see now it highlighted G sharp because the blacks are also keys. G sharp. Why is it called G sharp? Because we have G here, and then when you go up, a semitone, that's called a sharp. When you go down a semitone, it's called a flat. For instance, since this is G, when I go back down a semitone, it's going to be going to be called G flat. When you go down, it's called a flat. Whereas this is F, and I'm going up a semitone, the very same G flat is going to be called F sharp. From this F to here, it's going to be called F sharp. So that's why we call this G sharp, because we are going up a semitone. G sharp, A sharp, B, C. This C can also be called B sharp. You can call this C a B sharp, because we are going up a semitone. But when we go down a semitone, it's called a flat. F flat, E flat, D flat. The very same G sharp, if we're going down a semitone, this is A, we can call it A flat. You see, hopefully you might have to repeat that part a lot if you don't understand it. But now I chose G sharp, so I'm going to show you the scale of G sharp, the major scale. Starts here. So remember, since G sharp is our selected, or it's our root note, that's the 1. So we are following this, and we have our snap to scale open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You see? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Let's change it to maybe A sharp. View, scale highlighting again. A sharp. This is A sharp, right? A sharp. We're going up a semitone, it's called A sharp. So you see, this is our root note, which is A sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Again, let me sing. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Same thing, just have to change the scale, just changing keys. So to make things simple, we're going back to Wanda. wendani ufunani manje utoyendalo linganetwork angizindela uthayinisi usekhona lapha ufuna kusa le nto lena nyama ngathi ngiyarekhoda la sorry about that bebangidisturb. Okay, let's go back to C. Scale highlighting C. C is our root note again. So yeah, now you know the major scale, how it's formed, how it's formulated. I'm brushing everything off here. We still haven't done anything. So what else? So on the major scale we have the major scale is made up of three types of voicings, or three types of chords, or three types of melodic chords, whatever you guys want to call it. It's made up of three types. We have the minor, we have the major, the minor, and the diminished. On the major scale we have three major chords, or three major things, three major notes, and then we have three minor notes or minor chords, and then we have one diminished chord. So one here, let's see, it's major. One is a major, two is a minor, three is a minor, four is a major, five is a major, six is a minor, seven is diminished, and then back to one. You see, again, one is a major, two is a minor, three is a minor, four is a major, five is a major, six is a minor, seven is a diminished, and then back to one. Let me repeat that again. One is a major, one is a major, two is a minor, three is a minor, four is a major, five is a major, six is a minor, seven is diminished, and then back to one, which is a major. That's how it is. Okay, you might have to go back and yeah. Okay, this time around I decided to pause and attend my my nephews and niece, because yeah, don't disturb. But okay, now that you know which is a major, which is a minor, how the major scale is made, so yeah, we're just going to get into making the chords. So remember the root note again. Sorry about that, I just had to pause again. So the thing now, remember we're using C, we're focused on C. C is our root note, it's our one, and then you know this was our two, our three, our four, our five, our six, seven, our one, and then major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished, back to yeah, one. So now that you know those things, just know what when you land on one, when you are using C as your bass note, that's going to be a major chord. When you are using two as your bass note, it's going to be a minor chord. When you are using three as your bass note, it's going to be another minor chord. Four as your bass note, major chord. That's why I was teaching those major things and numbering. So now that we have snap to scale selected, now let's make the actual chord. So what I like to do every time when I make a chord, I love to come up with the bass first. Let me get a loop so that we can make our bass, because I like to come up with the bass first before everything. So which loop do I like? I don't like it, but I'm just gonna use it. You know, put it like that. And where is my thing? Then let me add the transit processor. Yeah, so I'm going to use that my loop for reference only. And then always what I start with whenever I'm trying to make chords, I start with the bass first. The bass always. So I'm gonna start with the bass. I have to come up with the bass. Remember, we're at the key of C. So let's see. We're not going to be plotting on anything that's shaded darker. Okay, we're only plotting where it's shaded light, where the shade is lighter than this one. This one is dark. We're not going to be plotting there. We're going to plot here. So let's go. Okay. Let me start here. I start with the bass note, as I said. Let's go. Okay, so. Okay, let me move it up. Yeah, that's it. Then Control B, then move it like that so that I don't have to plot it again. I like that. That's what I like. So that's how I'm going to make it. Actually, let's change this because I love starting with. You have to start now. This is my trick. I start with the bass. I don't know about you, but I'm teaching you my trick. Start with the bass. It will help you out a lot. Then what I do, simply press. So yeah, remember when I was teaching about the root notes, which one is number what and which one is major and minor. Remember our root note here is C. This is our one, which is C. You see, so our song starts at A, and remember what is A? A is number 6, and what is number 6? A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a minor. Major, minor, minor, major, major, minor. Remember. So I'm gonna go to stamp here. Click stamp and go with minor 7. Remember, I said we use minor 7s and major 7s for that jazzy sound. Minor 7, and then I'm going to place this high note here at A, like that. You see, like that at A, because it's a minor 7. And then again, what follows after 6? It's 7. 7 is what? Is a diminished, but the trick with diminished chords, I'd say don't use diminished. I'd say instead of using a diminished chord, use a major, because it won't sound nice. So let's use a major. Let's use a major 7. Actually, let's use a normal major sound. A major, just a major, and then let's put it where we have what? We have B here. B3, so I'm going to put it at B4. At B4 like that. I'm going to fix it later. Relax. And then again we have one here. One is a major. So if you know what I was teaching you before all of this is going to be simple. So now I'm just going to do it, and then yeah. So one major. Okay. 4 is a major too. Four is a major. And also 5 is a major. Repeats. So if it repeats, I'm just going to copy this exactly like that. And then now, yeah, I'm done plotting everything using what I was teaching, and then I just want to fill everything up, so I'm going to use Control L, and then it does this automatically. And then once that's done, listen to how it sounds. It won't sound nice. I want to teach a few tricks. It won't sound nice, but this is what it sounds. Already you have an idea where your song is going. Is it? You can hear it sounds nice. Okay, it sounds nice. It sounds nice. Okay, it doesn't sound nice, but it sounds decent. So now what you're gonna have to do is eliminate what you don't want and add what you want, all while playing within the scale. Okay, so for instance, I like that. Boom. It sounds nice, but here, oh, also before you do everything, select everything like this, and then come here, click here, and go to group, ungroup, because at that time it was grouped together. We don't want it to be grouped. If it was grouped, you wouldn't be able to do this. Let me show you. You wouldn't be able to do this. It was going to move all at once. You see, it moves all at once. So I want you to make it ungrouped first, ungroup it, and then now you can move an individual note or a single note. So now you heard how it sounds, but there are things that you feel like they could be improved to get that nice sound, because now it sounds like, I don't know, but you get the idea of the song. Then you have to move some notes all within the scale, the ones that are shaded lighter, the ones with the light shade, not the ones with the dark shade. So yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, you have to move the notes within the scale and stuff. Okay, someone is busy here doing things here in the background. Don't mind the noise as long as you can hear me. So let's go with what I like. I like that. I like how it sounds. Then meaning we have to focus on this one. I don't like how it sounds. It sounds like it's moving from up to constrained. I don't know if you get it, but yeah, let's move and play around with it. Yeah, I like that. I just moved one note and everything changed. Did you hear that? Let's go to the next one. I don't like that. Let's drop it. I know it's the high note. Let's drop it to the downside. Yeah, I like that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just removed this one and it sounds way better. Then I'm going to drop this one again an octave down. Yeah, that doom sounds nice, but I'd like it if it was sounded like it was at the top. Oh, let's leave it. Let's leave it. There's something that I don't like here. Let's move. Let's play around with it. Yeah, I think I like it slightly. That let me try to remove this note. Okay, it's not that note. There's a note that messing things up. Yeah, I like that. See, it's just playing around with the notes within that scale. Then now we can pretty much delete this one and copy everything. Well, I don't want to have to do everything over and over again. Delete and then Control P. Then that's it. And let's go. Then on this one, we wanted to change. It should go up. So let's try to move this one up. It's still at the lows. You see, it's not on top of that note. So let's move until you find the one that's on top of. Yeah, like that one. It's on top of this note. So it's going to sound like it's up. Let's move both of them on this one too. One, let's move it on top like that. Okay, I need something. Let's move this one. Okay, that's too much. Let's move that one. Yeah, like that. Okay, it sounds like it's too high up. Let me drop it a semitone down. Okay, sounds constrained. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with that one. Yeah, something like that. Now we've made some chords, and then now what we want to do is play around with the velocity. If it's like this, just go here, click that, and click tools, or simply click tools here, and then let's go with randomize first. Maybe your randomize is gonna appear like this, which is going to mess up your chords. Then you have to click that pattern button, switch it off, and then focus on this one. So here we want the velocity to be maybe like that. We choose. Don't make it too wide. Make it something like this. Then the release to something like that. So that it comes. The release makes it have that smooth sound. Like when it gets in with that smooth sound, and also closes with a smooth sound. So the more it is, it does that. The less it is, yeah, something like that. And then accept. And then when that's done, let's change here to velocity again, because now it's at release, because yeah. Then scale levels should drop them slightly like that using the multiply. Offset pushes everything up like so, and then makes everything the same, but I don't want that. Center, everything pretty much does the same thing. Okay, so we're going to drop it second. You see, now it sounds smooth. It sounds smoother. Then there's also strum, but I wouldn't suggest that you use strum on Lounge Lizard, because it tends to make the sounds quiet. see. Don't use drum up until you're familiar with it. Okay, so those are our chords, and then now and take those chords, those very same chords. I'm gonna add the piano. I normally use this close grind here. I don't use any other pianos. I use this one. It's pretty simple. So then I'm going to drop the volume in it. Then let's add some Stixx. Now it's all about copying and pasting. Copy paste. Drop the volume. Then let's add the bass. I'm making Amapiano here, guys. Let's add the bass. Fruity DX10, A flute, and then let's go. So when you're making the bass, copy the bass notes here, like that, as they appear, the ghost channel. If this doesn't appear on yours, you can simply come to view, and then like if it does this whereas you're on the same pattern, if it does this, you have to click here on view and then go to ghost channels, and then it's going to show you that. And also if you want to edit the ghost channels, you can click view and click editable ghost channels, editable ghost, but don't do that, don't use that. So yeah, so copying everything as it is. Control L, and then let me look at the So let's play around with this bass. Remember, I want you to stay within the scale with everything. As long as you have snap to scale open, switched on, you can stay with it, you can stay within the scale. So I want to say boom, boom. So I'm gonna play around with the bass. So I'm going to add another. Now we're going to add the lock drum. Lock. And we copy our flute, paste it. But want to make it have that Kelvin Momo type of pom pom sound. So the trick to do that is dropping this on modulation 1 init thingy, and then also move this slightly, maybe 20%, the attack maybe 20%, and let's increase the volume here. Save it fast. Tutorial. Okay, just save it. Then yeah, now it's all about being more creative, guys. Adding some strings. Let me use wave station for my strings. Artificial strings. Copying the notes and pasting them. Also, if you want to add those pet strings like that sound, that one string that's always constant, you should use okay, first let me get the string sound, some strings. Yeah, some warm strings, and then on your piano, remember we're at the key of C. So from the key of C, I want you to go to note number 6. Okay, note number 6 and note number 3. I want you to join them together. This one. Yeah. You see, that's number 6. And then number 3, which is this one. Always do that when you want to get that paired, continuous string sound or note or pad or whatever. Just use from the scale that you are within. Just use number 3 and number 6 together. They are going to give you that nice sound. And then now we can add some melodies, any sounds, any synth or whatever. Let me use orchestra. Same thing, I'm going to be using number 3 and number 6. Solo string, let's go with cello pizzicato. And then we're going to be using what? Number 6 and number 3. 3, 6. So like this. Well, I want to say ding 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 ding. Yeah, something like that. Ding ding ding. I'm using the same thing. So guys, if that's it from me. I just wanted to show you though how to make those type of chords. Please, if you don't understand this, I know it's a very long video, but yo, can you go back and like rewatch it, understand every concept, understand everything that I said, take notes, do anything. I'll try to leave timestamp. I'm very lazy to do that because I don't want to edit any video. I just want to to upload it and be done with everything. You see, it's like it's a video that I promised you guys a long time ago. So please, if you don't understand some concept, don't be afraid to like to rewind, and also reach out in the comments. Okay, I'm gonna play the song again, this thing again, and then yeah, I was strictly trying to show you how to make those chords as beginner friendly as I can be, and then we'll dive into the more advanced aspect some later time in the year. Okay, so for now this is enough to get you to make that hit song that you want to make. This is enough to get you to make those nice Amapiano songs, Soulful Amapiano. And then when it's a hit song, ube no-vocalist, ufake ama-vocalist laphana kube mnanzi nje uyabona nje kube blind. So hopefully this helps you a lot in everything. I know I yep a lot, but yeah, it's worth it. I didn't want to do unnecessary cuts and edits. It's better when you are like interacting with the people, with the audience and stuff. When if now you are watching here, you're like, how about this? Manje, when there are cuts, jump, I'm gonna just explain, do this and that. I don't repeat anything, like emphasize it. In this case, I'm emphasizing things in this video and stuff. So the things that I emphasize, go back, watch them, take notes. Utobona you like you're making this type of songs. It's gonna be very easy for you. So thank you for watching. Be sure to come again for the next one. I don't know what I'll be making, but we shall see. And then yeah, if you're not subscribed, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, turn on the notifications. And then yeah, so this is the song that we made in this lesson. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, stop using AI and make these things yourself. I'll show you how to use AI, not this thing of this other song called Suka. I'm not bashing the song. Sharp in, guys.